Welcome to Due Process. I'm Mikiel.
I'm Brigid Rowe.
And I'm Kathleen Dwyer.
On this episode of Due Process, we're going to show you some different ways to use the Lexis tools that you have available to you outside of the traditional legal research. And what we want to show to you today is more so along the lines of business development and doing your due diligence. And there's 3 different tools and features that we have that can really help you get this done in a very effective manner. Kathleen, there's one that you were mentioning in our conversations before about that you like to show your clients and really help your clients out with. So you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So actually 20 years ago, CourtLink was designed as a business development tool. Of course, since then, Lexis users have used it in other ways, but CourtLink provides full federal docket coverage as well as a large coverage of state courts. And so the number one strategy for client development is to actually set a litigant alert on the client that you're interested in. So what you can first do is choose what court or courts you'd like to monitor. So let's just go ahead and say that we want to look in California and monitor the district courts there. So you'll see we have this drop-down menu and you can kind of click down into the court system that you're interested in. And from there, it's super easy. You just go to the litigant segment and type in your client. So we'll want to type in Tesla Inc. And for Tesla's
your client?
Oh, they will be after we set an alert on them. And Tesla is one of the few businesses that I'd say to use Inc. on. A best practice is to leave off Inc., Corp, etc. But there is another company that is similar to Tesla. So from here, click Create Alert at the bottom right. And that's pretty much all you have to do. You fill out your alert options. If you want to make any changes, go into monitor. You can see what the alert is going to be watching. Choose your delivery options. If you want this by email or just online, you have that option. But once you get that all set up, just click Create Alert and you're good to go. But let's also—
Now that I've created this alert, it might be my client before it's yours, unless you've done it already.
I'll have to have you share that alert with me later.
Ooh.
But let's actually, let's use this and just go ahead and click search. We'll see the dockets that Tesla currently is involved in. And if this is a client that you're very interested in, and maybe there's a case that's super hot for them. So let's go ahead and open any one of these. It'll be the same process. But let's say we're very interested in this Austin v. Tesla. We can actually track this docket activity. Again, we're going to look for that bell icon in the top right next to search document. Click that. And this is a track is an alert for a docket. So every time there is any new activity on this docket, just like with an alert, we'll get a notice for that by filling out the delivery options and so on, and then clicking Create Track.
Yeah, I know a lot of my clients actually like this feature of including the changes only, so you're not getting a ton of information flooding into your inbox all the time. And I know that some inboxes actually have size limitations as to what they can accept. So I think that's a really helpful feature as well. So click Create Track. It's created.
Keep you up to speed on the litigation activity of your client or potential client or client that you steal from Mikiel. But in doing your due diligence, you're going to want to take a look at the financial side of your client or potential client. And Lexis has a ton of company financial records.
Yeah, I actually show this quite a bit with my depending on the firm, if whether it's their business development or due diligence team, because whether you are looking to bring on a new client or just doing that continual due diligence on the clients that you have, you want to make sure that you have the most up-to-date and full coverage of information, or as much as possible for your clients. So this company and financial content category, or is inclusive of 4 subcontents, but this really does give you a good breadth of information on the business side of various companies. So you can see we have company profiles, industry analyst reports, merger acquisitions, donations, SEC, all SEC filings, so all those Edgar filings you'll find there. So what I would recommend that you do in this instance, if you're searching just for a particular company, is you can search by segment here. So if I just go ahead and type in company, that way it'll look for wherever our Tesla, my Tesla client, at least for now until Kathleen steals it back. And I can go ahead and just click enter. So it'll look for any time that the company listing in the document is Tesla, it'll find that. So I'm actually first just gonna go over to sort by and do date news to old, just to show you that these are pretty up to date in terms of the documents that you'll be getting. Now on the left-hand side, if I go ahead and click this category filter, you'll see what I mentioned before with those 4 kind of like subcategories. These analyst reports, my clients love them because they have to do their own kind of, my clients being able to do their own type of analysis, but as everybody knows, if you don't have to reinvent the wheel, it's going to be, such a benefit to you and make your life so much easier. So for example, this quick Zacks, I think it said, Zacks Equity Research. So some of the analyst reports will look like this, where we can actually just pull in the full PDF text. So, when I have great material like this, I can make sure that I'm ahead of the game, more ahead than Kathleen is. I'm pulling the information that I need for this client. So again, some will look like what you see here with these attachments. Others will just actually have the analysis done by the analyst right there on the face of it. So if I go to this Weiss stock report, that's an example there. So again, all this information already put there for you. You can see in terms of like share price, stock performance, get further information. If I go back here in terms of the SEC filings, so just to kind of scroll up here, you can see the SEC filings there. That'll be pretty much what you would think it would be. And then also company profiles, which again, whether it is your current client or a client that you are looking to take on board, it's really a all-in-one information sheet that's put down for here. You can see there's a lot of information here. So with that being said, I do know that we have another tool that does a great job of putting a company profile out there and telling you what the status of a company is in terms of its litigation history as well, right, Brigid?
Yeah, so here comes the redhead's going to try and steal a piece of the Tesla pie from you. If we go to context, which I always talk about context, I feel like it is my favorite. We'll go there, and most people think of context to look up judges or experts, but it actually has a company module. So on the home page where you see all, you can click there, and at the bottom you can choose company. And here we are going to search once again Tesla, my future client, and we are going to be able to use this to not only get great litigation information, but also those financials, also some news information that you can cross-reference with litigation. So for a due diligence kind of method, or for your own litigation purposes for this client, it's a great tool. So right now we're on the
know, man, what did Musk do again? What did he tweet again?
Exactly. So really good way to keep tabs on your own client too. So when you click on the analytics tab, this is where the party really gets started with context company. So you can see we have under analytics, litigation and the news storylines. And here with litigation, you're going to see everyone who's represented them that we have a record of on Lexis and the amount of times they've represented them. So if you want to know your competition for when we swoop in and steal this bad boy, this is where you can look. You can also look up by practice area and court too to see, okay, what kind of issues is Tesla facing in terms of their litigation and where is this happening? So we can see, there was a reason we searched for California and CourtLink. Most of their litigation is occurring in California. And then if we click on news storylines, this is my absolute favorite part of this tool. This you can see 145 storylines and 340 news articles here that we have just from 2017, and where you can see the kind of overarching theme of what the news article was. And then you can also see, okay, have there been litigation events that cross-reference with these news articles? So have these news items led to, or do they involve any kind of litigation? So in terms of doing due diligence, in terms of your business development, showing, yeah, I know there was this news item and you had a court case because of it, I should be your attorney since I'm so up to date on it. Context Company does that for you. Such an interactive tool. You can click on these items and these charts and it's going to just completely go ahead and narrow it for you, narrow the list for you. There's also a people tab at the top that's going to link you to all their key contacts, anyone that you need to get in touch with so you can get them as a client, or if you need to depose some people, it's a good way to find out who you need to have invited to a depot. And then we also are going to link you to all of the documents we have on Tesla Inc. on Lexis. So it gives you everything essentially in one place. So that is really the power of Context Company. It's not just to look up judges and experts. It's a great place for you to do that business development work too. We went over quite a few different uses for the tools you have on Lexis that you might not have used them for. We talked about CourtLink and showed you how to do that litigant alert and also how to track a docket. We talked about company and financial on Lexis, how to look up those analyst reports, those company profiles, and see those SEC filings. And then we ended with Context Company, which can really provide you with deeper insights into the litigation events and how to connect those news storylines and show you who to contact. But we really appreciate you all watching this video, and we hope that you contact us with more of your own storylines or what you would like to see us research for you.
Yes, thanks everyone so much.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Tesla's going to be mine. Bye.